And for Fighting Irish Preview and fightingirishpreview.com, these are my final thoughts just before kickoff of the Notre Dame at Navy game. It's at Navy, but it's not on the campus. It's in Baltimore. Navy 3-6, of course, the Irish 6-3. Here's what I'm thinking. Navy has been really good against the run this year, holding opponents to less than 3 yards per carry. But on the flip side of that, they are one of the worst pass defenses in the country, giving up 275 yards per game. That's 112th worst pass defense in the country. Well, Notre Dame's a really good running team. We know that. So does that mean that Navy's going to be able to shut the Irish down? Because the Irish are not that good of a passing team, so that's not their strength. I'd say, in the words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend, because Notre Dame proved that they can run against good run defense teams last week. Clemson was as good as anybody. NFL guys all across that front. 263 yards later, Notre Dame proved that they can run against good run defense teams. And as far as passing the game, well, when you have the world's greatest college football tight end, you may not have a great passing game, but you certainly have a weapon in the passing game. And so I expect Michael Mayer to be able to have a big day today, and that will come to pass. And who knows, with that weak, porous passing defense, good weather day in Baltimore today, maybe Drew Pine gets the downfield game going just a little bit. And I'm also thinking today about possessions, as in Navy with their ball control option offense. Really, they control the clock, one of the best in the country at doing that, about 35 minutes per game they control. They're able to limit possessions for their opponent's team, so you got fewer opportunities. For example, last week, Cincinnati, who prevailed 20-10 last week against Navy, Cincinnati only had 8 possessions in the game, and that's not unusual. I can remember back Navy games of the past. I think there was one where Notre Dame only had 7 possessions in the game, less than 2 per quarter. So you got to be really efficient. You got to take advantage of each possession each time you get the ball. And you have to force some turnovers. That will increase your possession number. Notre Dame's forcing turnovers has been on the upswing the last couple of weeks. Hopefully that can continue. But I'm telling you, as far as what you should do in this aspect of the game is track those first 3 possessions. Just write it down if you want to, if you're really a fan. And what do the Irish do on each of the first 3 possessions? If the Irish score some points on 2 of the 3 first possessions, then they're being efficient, and I think that's going to bode well for the Irish. That also shows that they got off to another fast start. And the last thing I'm thinking today is about J.D. Bertrand. What can you say? Notre Dame's leading tackler on the season, 12 tackles last week. He was everywhere against Clemson, always around the ball. Well, that means J.D. Bertrand is built to play against the option, and that's what he's going to see today. I would expect J.D. Bertrand to rack up big numbers in the tackle department today. The weather today in Baltimore, as I said, it's supposed to be good. 67 degrees and mostly clear at kickoff. Winds are going to be around 7-8 miles an hour, so no issue there compared to last week. This is dynamite. I know back in South Bend world, it's snowing. It's 33, 34 degrees right now. Well, it's probably going Baltimore's way. But for now, the Irish are going to have really good weather for football. The Irish are 15.5-point favorites today. And I look for the Irish to pass a little bit, get Michael Mayer involved, and to be able to run the football, be efficient on their possessions, create a turnover or 2. And if they do that, the Fighting Irish preview pick for today's game, ND 34, Navy 14. Stay tuned to fightingirishrpreview.com for updates, and I'll talk to you after the game, of course, as I always do. And enjoy your day, enjoy the game, enjoy the early game, and go Irish, and I'll talk to you later.